All right, we are officially live, and today we are going to be talking about 3 AI trends to explode YouTube views and subscribers. And this is something that we're actually using right now. And one of the big buzzwords out there is AI. Okay. And that's what everyone is talking about. And they should be, because it's happening. Like, everyone is talking about it because everyone's using it. I mean, heck, we're talking people that you wouldn't think are using it. And I don't want to throw my wife under the bus here, but my wife is using ChatGPT now. Okay. She's saying, yeah, I had a conversation with Chat the other day. I'm like, all right, well, what's going on? Like, so we have to understand, like, ChatGPT, all AI tools, it's becoming so mainstream that we got to actually look at it and see, okay, how can we utilize this and what should we be doing? So today, Scotty, I want to talk about 3 AI trends that you can use and that we're using and we're testing to explode YouTube views and subscribers. So that's what we want to talk about. So we can dive right in, or did you have anything that you wanted to highlight here or double click on before we get into it?
No, I mean, I'm just going to kind of, I guess, start a little bit of it with, we're talking about AI trending, right? Well, when we create any sort of content, we create different types of buckets, right? And one of those buckets happens to be something around trends or what's trending currently, right? So there's always ways that doesn't matter what niche you're in, there is a way you can create something that is trending into your niche or have it applied to your niche. Okay. Perfect example, when you were doing for brand careers, whether it was Amazon or when it was Etsy or whatever, you could use the presidential election, which you did when it was trending at the time, and you use the name of presidency going on, and then you ended up doing a video on how it's affecting tariffs or whatever it had to do with Etsy.
Yep.
Right. So we call it trend jacking, right? Like, so you're going off of these trends and you're implementing it into your title and stuff because it's relevant. And now you're going to be suggested around that time. So it might not be as much of an evergreen content, but it's a good thing to get that momentum going on your channel. So like when we look at, like you're saying, like trends with AI, like AI is trending right now. It's huge. It's bigger than it's ever been. And yes, it's been big for a good while now, but it's only getting more advanced. And now it's like, it's not even just ChatGPT anymore. There's all these different platforms. And that's what we're kind of starting to hop on right now. If you've seen what we're doing with our content recently, we're even starting to go into like different types of AI, and we're testing them out, and we're putting those in the title specifically because we know it's going to get picked up in the algorithm somehow. Because everyone's looking up, how is Grok AI for this? How is chat, right? So it's like we're using that as leverage to where we can get in front of our audience by using something that is currently trending right now, and that can be applied to your niche or your channel, which is AI. And I think anyone in any niche can find a way to apply what AI is currently trending right now.
Yeah. So, okay. So let's just get into it. So the first one, you kind of just alluded to it, is kind of like, how do we use AI topics in our niche? All right. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, I don't really know how I could do that. For us, it's pretty easy, right? It's like, we can do one that's like ChatGPT versus Grok to make my videos go viral, right? Like, we could put that in there and we could put that out as content, and it's probably gonna, get some views, right? And who knows, it could do really, really well. How would you do that if you were talking about growing grass? I've got one. All right. This is what you could do. How ChatGPT made my grass grow faster. And then you document what it tells you, right? If you are a home brewer and you want ChatGPT to help you with a certain brew that you're doing, or a home brew, formula. Now, obviously you got to do your research and all that stuff, but you can literally say, ChatGPT made me the best beer I've ever had. Right. And then boom, you go ahead and you document it. So if you're, we've got someone in our, one of our classes, Jeff, who teaches guitar. he could easily use ChatGPT to help with guitar, but yet also give him a different way to play a certain song. Or is this the right way? I asked ChatGPT to write me a heavy metal guitar song with chords, and then he could go ahead and play it and see what it sounds like. So there's a whole bunch that you can do if you're jumping in on AI to just use these tools, or even just the topic of AI in your niche is probably going to get you, it's going to probably get you more views because it's trending right now. So we want to jump on that trend. And it could be, you could be like, okay, let's just talk about ChatGPT and growing grass. We could then go, okay, let's try Claude and let's see what that did. Let's see what Grok says. Let's see, whatever other one says, Gemini, whatever. So that's one thing. I'm curious right now in the comments. Let me know, and Scotty know, are you using any type of AI in your channel? As far as like, not like, are you using the tools to help you? I'm saying, are you using the topic of AI in your content? Let us know that in the comments.
I know Cheryl is. Cheryl said she's using ChatGPT daily for the thumbnail hack that we created. Yep.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, there's so much that you can use, and it's crazier now too. I think of it like this too, is now you can literally have full on conversations with AI to where they learn how you are thinking and what you're kind of, I guess, trying to get out of it. So it's like you can spitball ideas. It's going to give you, whether it's a good idea or not, or an alternative, or like there's so much. And now it's the cool thing is after, excuse me, after you've been doing it for a while, now it understands you. So already like you can just jump right back in the conversation, and it's going to be like dialed around exactly who you're trying to hit, whatever your audience is, or again, whatever you're using AI for at that time. It's just pretty cool right now. Now, again, before we go into the next 2 points, I just want to say AI is not there to do it for you. It is there as a tool to help you. And that's a big misconception. I think people think AI is just going to do it all for you, and now you're going to get rich or do whatever because you used AI. Right. Like it's not like that. Like you got to put the work in. AI is just a tool that can help you get through some of those, tough points that you might be stuck on, or you might want another opinion on, or whatever. It's just a tool that's going to use to help clarify whatever it is you're trying to do. So keep that in mind when you're using AI, and don't go down the route of, oh, this is going to blow up my business for me. Like, if you got to follow the steps first, it's going to help you a little bit, but you got to follow the right steps.
Right. And so what we're talking about here though, is using AI in your titles, right? Like, doing something with AI that you can share with your audience about, like, maybe you've done a comparison, or maybe you're testing to see how smart is it. And then you're like, like Cheryl could be like, ChatGPT, is ChatGPT good for creating a rebounding exercise program? Like, I tested ChatGPT to create a workout using my rebounder. Was it good? You know what I mean? Like, you could literally do that, take yourself through that. Now you're saying ChatGPT or AI, any of that stuff. So that's something that you could totally do. All right, moving on to number 2. Now, this one here is going to be what you can do to jump away from AI. Here's what I mean. So right now, everyone is trying to use AI to make it faster for themselves to create content and to make better things, right? Better assets. One of them being thumbnails. So I'm here to say, using a tool to create your thumbnails for you that basically takes an idea and puts it out there and, makes it like a Mr. Beast style or whatever. I think the trend to jump on is going the other direction. So remember what this whole title was here, right? 3 AI trends to basically help you get more. Well, one of the trends is to go away from what everyone else is doing. And you're noticing that, like, when you see, I saw a video from a guy the other day, and it's got like, I think it's got over 600,000 views right now. It's a guy in the woods telling his story, how he left his 6-figure job and how he is going to go early retirement. He's in the woods. He had like 2,000, maybe not even 2,000 subscribers. He's in the woods. He's got a tiny little bit of words on the thing. It says, "I quit." It wasn't even big. It wasn't drop shadowed. It was nothing. And that video's got 650,000 views on a channel that had less than 2,000 subscribers. Why? Because people saw real, they saw authenticity. They saw that it was not like something that was produced that was like, now I'm not saying there's not a place for that, but you got to also test your audience. I think that if we can go more to be authentic, that's what we're looking for, because now that's not the norm. So it's kind of like, let's go where something isn't normal to stand out. Mm-hmm. And for us, that's what we're playing with. Now, we're still going to play around with some things. Like we did a video the other day and Scotty went into Canva and he put a piece of duct tape over my mouth. It wasn't AI, but it was just interesting, right? It was something to kind of get attention. But I would just be careful with that. And I would try to be real and authentic with the images. I think videos is the same thing. But I think right now, everyone's going through like, let me put in a few prompts, come up with this, image of me riding a horse or something. And then that becomes, what they think is going to be the thing that's going to set them off into, viral land. So I would say that. Let me know in the comments also, are you using AI to create your thumbnails? Now, I don't mean, is it helping you come up with text to put on there? I'm okay with that. We actually created a wizard that we give to our students that creates powerful words to put on there and curiosity words, things like that. I'm a fan of that. I'm talking, are you punching in some prompts to make yourself appear like you're, I don't know, in a place that you really aren't, or very AI looking? Are you doing that right now? Let me know that in the comments. Yeah, Game Speaker says AI is going to die out. AI is overused. Yeah, it can be. It can be, for sure. Anything, Scotty, you want to say on that one before we move on?
No, I think you nailed it.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about the third one. Now, this one is, and again, we kind of talked about it in the beginning, but I want to go a little bit deeper. Mm-hmm. Are there tools that your audience would be interested in that are AI tools? Now, we talked about just talking about like AI itself. Like I had ChatGPT do this, right? Help, ChatGPT made my grass grow faster. My tomatoes grew bigger, right? Like that's you're using the AI trend to pick up some additional things. But there's tools now. Okay, and ChatGPT is a tool. There's Claude, all of them, right? Well, let's think about, can we use, or is there a tool that is specific for your niche? So is there something, so for right now, giving you an example, vidIQ. We've been using vidIQ a lot more now lately. We're trying to see how can that tool help us, whether it's write better titles, whether that's come up with better thumbnail concepts. Doesn't mean we're going to use them, but the concept maybe, right? Maybe colors, maybe. There is some scripting there. I'm not sure I'm going to use that, but it's still a tool that helps creators with the creative process. And now there's an AI engine built right in. And so that right there is a tool. So we could say how I used vidIQ to, get more views on my channel, or to find my next micro viral video, right? So now I'm capitalizing on a tool that is in my industry, but yet I might want to splash it with a little bit of AI. And now we're going to put that in the title. So if we put that in the title, the algorithm is seeing this, and the algorithm is smart enough to say, trending. What are people interested in right now? AI, right? And then it's going to go a little bit down further and go, okay, what is your niche interested in with AI tools? Is there one that's specific for them? Right now, I don't know. There could be one that's specific for the music industry, right? There might be. I know there's one specifically for creating songs, music. A good friend of mine, Ryan Lee, created a whole record label, a 1986 kind of like record label. And he used some AI tools to help create these songs. He didn't just use ChatGPT. He used a specific tool that was designed for that type of creation. So in his audience, he would then highlight that tool and there would probably be AI in the title. So if you have some, so for us right now, there's ChatGPT, there's Gemini, there's Grok, there's Claude, right? But then there's also a level deeper. We can go vidIQ because vidIQ has AI baked into it.
Can even go Descript too.
Go into Descript. So we're using Descript. Scotty uses that to do his editing. Well, there's a thing that they call Underlord, and that you put some prompts in there, boom, that thing starts to edit your videos. So now we have another one. See, we want to level deeper. Even though that one might not get a ton of views, it's still something that our industry, you wouldn't have to say Descript. You could say how this one AI editing tool saved me 3.5 hours. And then boom, you would then say it's Descript. I'm using this. This is how I'm doing it. And then you would go ahead and do that. So that's the 3 ways that we can really, really capitalize on not just using AI, but using the AI trend right now that we're on, this big wave. It's how we can use it to get more exposure to our videos and to our channel and to our business. Anything else, Scotty, you want to add to that?
No, I like that. Yep. And I will say, it's just like, now is the time, and you're going to hear a lot of creators say this too, and they're not wrong, is now is the time to really capitalize on this. This is probably one of the biggest shifts in a while of something trending that's going to be trending for a good while, that is still evolving, and it's something that you don't want to be left out on because it is getting so big. You don't want to miss out. And again, it's using it wisely though too. So kind of like what we said, like, ways you can implement it without it being it's doing all the work for you, because when that happens, the quality doesn't end up coming out good. It's not authentic. And when I say quality, I don't mean like the quality as far as like how the video looks, but I'm saying like how it comes out as far as like authentic, building relationships with your audience. And it just ultimately you're going to look like everyone else is doing that. Right. Because you get all these kids on here. They're like, oh, just do these AI channels and this
faceless and all that.
Yeah. Faceless, which I don't know the whole thing now, but I remember, I think YouTube took away some sort of monetization for AI content or something. So that's another thing too. But all in all, like, again, this is just to kind of bring it to light of like, these are some AI trends going on right now. Now's the time, if you're already creating content, to start looking into adding this in. Don't make it where it's a forced thing either. I'm not saying every video needs to be AI, but I would put in there some stuff that is going to also help your audience or whoever you're trying to help on YouTube and share. You're just going to add some sort of aspect of AI in there. It will, again, like you said, it can explode your views and subscribers if you use it correctly.
Yeah. I did have a couple of other things here I wanted to mention. So a little bonus. Okay. So the third, the third one that I was sharing with you guys, the one about like the tools, like vidIQ for us. Well, that can turn into a recurring revenue stream, or at least a revenue stream, but it can turn into recurring. And I'll just give you an example. So I've been at this like a long time, over 17 years. And like, I'm going back probably 11 years ago. I was promoting a tool because I was using it. I only promote stuff that I use, by the way. It was called Jungle Scout, and it was a tool for Amazon sellers that did private labeling. That's what I did, built e-commerce brands, and we would go and use this tool that would help us find the data on products that we're currently selling. So I brought that to my audience, and I would create videos, tutorials around it, and I'd be mentioning it. Well, that right there, close to $1 million generated from that affiliate offer that I had with that brand. Okay. And that was paid out. That wasn't like what I sold. That was like what was paid out to me. And so now there's going to be a lot of AI tools. There's going to be a lot of tools that can help your audience find one that you believe in, that you use, and then you can go ahead and highlight it and spotlight it. And then that can turn into a nice recurring revenue stream. If you're watching this and you're like, okay, that sounds cool, I want to create some additional revenue from my YouTube channel, we created a full guide. It's our 100K playbook for YouTube creators. It's what I've followed for the last 17 years, built multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses on the back of YouTube. If you want a copy of that, just comment 100K down below. All right, just comment 100K down below and I'll send it to you. It's about 18 pages long and it goes through the entire process and system that we followed. We call it the ARM method. We have the attention, that's getting the views, like we're talking about here today, like getting the views, getting the attention, getting the subscribers, but then building our email list. So then we're into the R, which is relationship building, and then following up with people. So this way here, they get to know, like, and trust us, and they get to see some of the offers that we have for them. And then the third is turning that into money. And that's the monetization piece. And that's one of those ways, is finding these affiliate offers that are either a one-off or a recurring, preferably recurring. And then you can, continue to get, the benefits of that affiliate offer that you've sold someone, that they're using a tool. So if you have the opportunity for that, definitely look into that. But again, that's all listed and outlined inside of the 100K roadmap. Put 100K down below. We'll send it to you, or you can check out the description, or depending on when you're watching this, it may be in the pinned comment. So check that out for sure. All right. So with that being said, ask yourself this. I'm going to leave you with this before we get into the next section here. What is trending in your niche that you could leverage AI? Like, what is something in your niche right now that people are talking about, that people are using, that could be used, that has AI involved? All right. Think about that one. And that one there would be something that I would focus on. Maybe even just your next few videos, start thinking to yourself, how can I incorporate this into a title, into a topic, into a video? All right, cool. So we got one more topic to share with you guys here today. And this one here is going to be about a few things that you shouldn't do in your YouTube intros. All right. And this will totally kill your retention. And ask me how I know, because I've learned the hard way. But now, after 17 plus years, we've corrected it. And I want to share that with you here today. So Scotty, are we ready to roll?
Yeah, let me just real quick say, for those of you, it's first time joining us, or if you haven't stayed through the live stream, this right now is our recording day. So what we're doing right now is we have our main topic, which we just finished talking about. Our second topic is actually going to be repurposed as its own individual video that will be reposted on the channel at a later date as its own individual video. And this is how we go through our content to where we can be consistent, create content every week in under 60 to 90 minutes. And it's actually our 1 hour content magic hack, which we did do a workshop on, pretty extensive workshop, where we talked about literally our whole strategy of how we create 3 videos a week from 90 minutes or 60 to 90 minutes of work. And even the editing, only about 15 minutes per video, which I used to spend 4 hours. I'm down to 15 minutes, which is crazy. And actually, if you guys want access to that workshop, it is down below in the description. If you want to check that out, you can see everything on there, all the details with that as well. And just how we're able to, again, be consistent, because burnout is a thing, guys. And this is one thing that helps us stay away from burnout. Also helps us get videos done fast, effectively, high quality as well. So that's what we're doing right now. He's going to go to the next topic. I'm going to go off camera. At the end of this recording, I will take this down, edit it, and then we have another video now for the week. So
I think it'd be interesting, though, Scotty, to mention what happened with the video that we posted from last week's live stream.
Should we tell now, or do we wait a little bit until after our after your little topic? We can share if you want. I can do it quick.
Or okay, well, let me just say this. We will share very quickly though. We're gonna go through this bit, but last week's video really accelerated, and it didn't accelerate right away. It took a couple days. So maybe what we'll do is we'll dig into the analytics real quick and we'll show you that for being here. And if you guys have been here for 26 minutes or you're just tuning in a little bit late, then well, you're in luck. We'll go ahead and share that with you. But that's the power of doing this kind of format on how we do it, right? We get to show up. It's a loose conversation, but yet we are structured when it comes to these subtopics. I'm going to do that subtopic next. This is going to turn into another video segment that's going to be completely repackaged and put up on our channel. And the one we did last week is doing pretty good. All right. So we'll share that with you guys here in a few minutes. So I'm just going to go ahead and knock this out, Scotty, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. So here we go. All right. So you never want to do these three things in your YouTube intros, or it's going to kill your retention. And yes, I know from experience. I've been doing this now for 17 plus years. I built multiple 6- and 7-figure brands off the back of YouTube, and my retention sucked until I figured this out. And now I see people still doing it. And I'm telling you right now, with the algorithm the way that it is, retention, people watching longer, really matters. So if you want a video to get exposure, not just the click, but you want it to get more exposure, you need to prove to the algorithm that it's worth watching. And setting up that intro is super important, but also it's important not to say a few things here. So let's kind of dig in here. I also wanted to say the third one that I'm going to be sharing with you has probably the biggest impact and will drastically kill retention, but I've got a fix for it. So I'm going to share that with you as well. So let's just get into it. The very first one that you want to either stop doing, or if you've never done it, don't do it. And that is stop putting up a logo with a little jingle behind it that makes you feel like, yes, I am a legit YouTube creator. I've got a nice little logo. I don't care if it's 3 seconds. You're wasting 3 seconds. The first 10 seconds of your video is the most critical. And if we waste time with a little logo that comes up, spins around, or flashes and does this, different sound effects, we're wasting time and people are going to check out. Right now, the attention span really low. So we have to stop wasting their time. I can't tell you how many people that watch our videos are like, thank you so much for just getting to the point and stop wasting people's time. I really appreciate that. And you know what happens when that happens is people subscribe. And I don't even have to ask them to subscribe. This channel, it's got over 36,000 subscribers. We're heading towards 37, I think. We have not asked for a subscriber. And that's because we get right to it. So take that one, run with it. If you already have those things going, I'd get rid of them personally. If you want to leave them, that's fine. Look at your retention graph. See if people are dropping off within those first 10 seconds. And if that's in there and it's 3-4 seconds, get rid of it. It'll probably improve your retention, which is going to also improve the algorithm wanting to push your content. All right. The second one is stop asking people to subscribe or liking your videos in the very beginning. Now, you want to do it later. I have some rules on that too for myself. I generally am not going to ask for people to like or subscribe. If I was, it would be further into the video, because the last thing you want to do is waste time telling people to do something when you have not even delivered a piece of value, right? You just showed up and you're like, hey, yeah, I'm going to show you this. But before I do, hit the subscribe button and go ahead and like this video. They're like, wait a minute here. I don't even know you. But I'm going to go ahead and click subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and like this video. Prove to me that I should, right? Deliver the value. So that's the second thing. I see that mistake still happening. You want to get rid of that. You want to remove that if you're doing that right now. Not that hard. It's a very simple thing. Just don't do it. All right. So the third is not having a hook at all, not planning what you are going to say in the first 10 to 20 seconds. So if you would go back to the beginning of this video, it's pretty simple. The way that I do it is I have a compelling title. The title is the hook. That's, again, a lot of people are not utilizing their title to be a hook. So one of the other ways to get the algorithm to take notice is, number one, having a great title that your audience will want to click. Okay. Yes, the thumbnail is important, but the title is probably more important because the algorithm is going to see it first, put it in front of your audience, and then your audience is going to decide to click on it. Once they click on it, now we've got to grab their attention. How can we do that? We can basically say almost the same thing. And if you go back to the beginning, you're going to hear me say, never do these 3 things in your YouTube intros or it's going to kill your retention. That's probably the title of this video because I created it. You see? And then from there, you're going to want to know, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to not do? Right? You want to know what those 3 things are. And there's one other little tip here I want to give you because I did something else very subtly. And again, if you want to go back and watch the beginning of this video, you'll see it where I said, oh, and the third thing on the list, which means that you're going to probably get through 1, 2, and then you're going to hang around for number 3. It gets you to watch a little bit longer, right? Well, I said that one has one of the biggest impacts and is going to drastically kill your retention. And the fix that I have for you, because I said I have a fix. What is the fix? Create the title first. Make that title the hook. A lot of people struggle with this, like I said, but I've got you. I have a free resource. If you struggle with titles and you want some title hooks that have been proven to work and get millions of views across multiple channels, all you got to do is just comment hooks down below and I'll send you 10 of our top titles. And I've turned those into templates. You can interchange them. I'll even give you multiple examples and then go ahead and give them a try. All right. And I've got a lot of people that have downloaded these, a lot of creators, and they have worked. Now, are they all going to work? No, but it's probably going to be a really good hook because all you need to do is fill in your niche and what you are going to be able to share. All right. So definitely, if you want that, just comment hooks down below and I'll send it to you. All right. So again, this video, the hook is what kept you here. If you're still watching this video, that means that got you to want to watch more, right? Now, I didn't do it to be deceitful. I didn't do it to like, oh, here, I'm going to give you this if you stay here. I didn't do that. I still delivered the value. All right. Now, I got a little bonus tip for you of what not to do. All right. And that is in the very beginning of the video. Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hopefully you had a great weekend. I just wasted 3 to 4 seconds there. Stop with the welcome backs because to be truthful, a lot of the people that are going to be watching your stuff aren't the ones coming back. Look at your analytics. I bet you there's 60 to 70% of the people that are watching your stuff are new, and that's good. But let's not treat it as they've already been here. They've already, known who we are. So we want to stop doing that. All right. And if you're guilty of that, it's okay. I was too, but we can stop that right now and increase your retention, which is going to help you get more views. All right. Now, the title, like I talked about, is probably the number one thing that you have to fix first. You have to get that hook down. You got to be able to get something that's going to resonate with your audience. Like I said, I've got that swipe file, but what else I have for you is this video right here where I break down those 10 titles and I give you multiple examples on how to use them, and you can literally plug and play. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there. Cut. And there you go.
And that is how it is done. And for those of you who are on right now, if you commented hooks for that, for the swipe file, it is in the description because you are on live. I'm not able to put it in the comments. So if you just go to the description, it'll be there. If you're watching this on the replay, then yeah, you can comment hooks and I'll send it to you. Also, again, that video will air probably this week or next week, and you're going to be able to, again, even if you've already watched it, maybe you wanted to get a bit out of it, now you can go back and you'll have a condensed version of where it is. And that's why, like, a lot of people say with this, oh, well, if you've already done it, why would you do it again? Right. Well, again, at the time of us shooting that, we had about 10 people on. The video is going to get way more than 10 views. And so it's like the chances of those 10 people seeing it again, which, hey, hopefully you do watch again. That'd be great. But even if you do, then you're just going to be like, okay, I already watched this. I don't need to watch it again. And that's it. But 90% of the people watching your videos are new. Oh, you have it pulled up? I had it ready, but you're good. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
I like it. Okay, here.
Yes. So here we go, guys. So this video was from last week's live stream. Okay. This was pulled out at about the 30-minute mark. Okay. And our live stream last week, what, Scotty? We did a little experiment. We did like the horizontal and we did the vertical format. Yeah. Now that you can, they allow you to kind of stream on both. It was like 150 views on each. Something really low. So let's just say it was 300 views. If that's all that we got from that, that's great. Okay. 300 views. Thank you. But because we were able to think strategically, plan out our subtopics in our live stream, we're able to now pull out that. This video right here has gotten 6,800 views, 441 watch time hours. That's hours, by the way, 125 new subscribers, and the revenue hasn't really updated yet, but it says 22.69. It's probably made like close to $50. We don't even care about that. Okay. So this is what can happen. Now, the other thing to pay attention here, and Scotty, like underneath there where it says day 1, day 2, do you see how it was just kind of like, it was just okay. So like
you got to jump around 2.5. It got to jump.
Yeah. Look at, so this was posted at 10 a.m. Then look at, these are the views, right? These are the views. So we're talking right about here. What's that? 2 days and 1 hour. We started to get a lift, and then it dipped a little bit again. And then boom, we had another little lift right here. See that? And that was 3 days later. So when we're talking, number one, do people want to watch a video that you already recorded, but it was on a live stream? Yeah, because most people are never going to go that far into that long live stream that you did ever. So what did we do? We created a new thumbnail. We created the title, which was already done ahead of time. That's what we teach in the 1 Hour Content Magic, by the way. And we'll leave a link in the description if you want to go through that. It's under $50, by the way, guys. And literally it'll really save you a lot of headaches if you're trying to create consistent content. And then from here, like I said, 6,800, it'll be at 700 before the end of the night, or 7,000 by the end of the night. 7,000 views compared to if all we did was we left it sitting there on the back end of a live stream. You wouldn't have got 6,800 views.
Yep.
So guys, when we say that this works, it works. And this isn't the first time this has happened. I did it on my other channel too. We had a video over there get over 80,000 from the same kind of like pull it out from the live stream. But we're not just pulling out a random clip. If you guys were just here a minute ago and you watched me walk through that subtopic, that is did you see how I started that video? Right? I started that video just like this. I said, I leaned in, I go, never do these 3 things in your YouTube intros or it's going to kill your retention. I start there. That's where Scotty's going to cut it. And then at the end, I pointed, I said, go here, cut, boom, front, back. And now Scotty's got Descript working for him. He's got a whole prompt system that AI helps him edit those videos in under 15 minutes, which, by the way, in the 1 Hour Content Magic workshop, he gives you the prompts and shows you how he's doing it. So again, little shameless plug here. If you guys want to buy us a cup of coffee and go through the workshop, make your life a lot easier, and we'll be happy because we'll get a cup of coffee out of it. Just go in the description, check it out. It's the 1 Hour Content Magic workshop. It's on demand, so you can go there and start going through it immediately. All right. I think that was it. Anything you wanted to say here on this one, Scotty?
No.
It's pretty awesome. We had a pretty good weekend because of this video.
Yeah.
pretty good weekend. All right, guys. And if you guys have anything for us, you can always drop a comment down below. We appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by and hanging out with us. But like we said too, and you know, this here was something else that people would say. They'd be like, well, what if no one shows up? Who cares? It's a recording day. And then after this video airs, it's going to go put on the video shelf where then people can come in and find it. Right. So don't get stressed out because you think you got to have a big audience here. We only had today like maybe 12 at peaked at like 12 or 15. Right. That's fine. That's cool. Thank you for showing up. You're going to have people that come in on the replay. Thank you. But then there's also going to be a chunk that comes out that's going to get posted as a separate video. That one will probably do better. So time will tell. We'll be back. We'll go ahead and report on that. All right. So that's it, guys. That is going to wrap it up. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. And yeah, take care. Take action. We'll talk to you soon.